there, citizens of Gaia, and my name is Black Mage Timmy, and welcome to my Final Fantasy IX walkthrough. Bringing you up to speed, this is the first episode of very many, provided how long these games can be. And to give you a quick rundown on how these are going to work is these are based for beginners or people who are just too lazy to really sort the games out for themselves. But I will be running with my own personal preferences, my own kind of character selections which I think work. The beauty of Final Fantasy is the fact that you don't have to follow my guide particularly exactly, especially once we get to Disc 3, but we'll go into that later. However, I'm just trying to give you I'm going to give you the best kind of rundown you can, the best items you can get as soon as you can get them, and especially in the first few episodes, it's gonna be really crucial, so try not to miss anything. I'm gonna run each episode as from one save point to the next. World map parts later will take their toll, and I'll try to keep grinding to the bare minimum. Also, you'll notice I'll probably skip through a lot of the cinematics, or I'll talk through a lot of them, and the same can be said of any of the dialogue sections. But this is a game of story, and it's something you really should read for yourself. So that's why I don't really feel like I need to justify it that much. So I'm going to kick this episode off with, well, the start of the game, but this is going to be a two-part episode just because it takes about 20 minutes to get to the first save point, and I can't really oblige to just use a 20-minute video because of YouTube restrictions. So we're going to kick off the game with our monkey-tailed hero. This is, well, he's going to start off as a series of question marks, but his name is Zidane, whatever you want to call him. I hate Americans. I don't hate Americans, I just hate Square Enix's American team for giving him the name Zidane when he's clearly Zidane. He has an E. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on the menu. I'm just going to blitz through that as soon as we can act. So, controls. X is to do just about everything, interact with everything. Circle, well, you can't really tell right now, but circle will let you run or walk, depending on whether you're using the analog stick or the D-pad. Your top shoulder buttons are L1, R1, L2, R2, they do nothing. Square we'll get to later, and triangle opens the menu, so let's do that. So this is the layout of the basic, sorry about the portraits. Unfortunately this is being filmed on an iPad, so I am cheap. But that's what happens when you don't have enough gil. So let's quickly run through. We have the item, ability, equip, status, order, card, and configuration settings. But what we're going to roll with is the basics. So, item is pretty normal. You got your items. You can arrange them. Well, you can sort them if you want. And you have key items, though our character at the moment doesn't have any. Abilities I'll get to in a little bit when we actually need them. Equipment isn't really relevant yet. Status is pretty basic. So, your stats, what you've got equipped, and how far along your character is going. Order and card I'll get to later, and configuration is just your basic. If you want to change your sound, or you want to, for example, make it... honestly, if you want to get things faster, I would set the cursor to memory, which will remember your commands. Really active. Also, for first-time players, please do not change from the wait command, because it will make... It's something I'll explain in the upcoming battle, but I'll just get kind of into it. So normally we have two kinds of bubbles that appear above our heads. This is the question mark one, which will light the lamp in the room. Now, as much as the game is telling me that I should light the candle in the middle of the room, rather demandingly, what we're going to do is we're going to go through these double doors here to the back of the room, because if we look on our right and left, we get these exclamation mark bubbles. So there are two kinds of bubbles, as I said, exclamations and questions. So exclamations are basically things that you can do, so you use one straight interaction, whereas question marks kind of give you a choice. Anyway, we're going to open these exclamations. They're usually treasures or just signs that you can read. But this first one's going to have 47 gil, and the other one is going to have a potion. The only reason I say get this now, rather than even when you can't see the room, is because otherwise we've got the kind of glitch, which I'll show you a little later on, to get back into this room, and it's just a hazard. It's just a hassle. So anyway, we're gonna, now we have those two items, the gil and the potion, we are going to turn on the light. Oh, by the way, gil is the currency of the game, in case you hadn't worked that part out just yet. Anyway, there's the... Okay, so here's your naming screen. So you can name your characters whatever you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable. In my joke around playthroughs of this game, I've often called him Timmy, because, you know, you always want to be the protagonist of your own story. But for accuracy purposes, and just so you guys don't get confused, we're just going to roll with his default name, Zidane. Sorry if I seem a bit fast, I'm just trying to quickly speed through this, because the battle can take time, and we are at a 10-minute limit. Anyway. So this is our first party. We have Blank, Sinner, Marcus, and our protagonist, Zidane. And we've just been attacked by a masked man. Now, you have to pay attention to this, because it's quite important, and we are running low on time in this first quick little bit. But the entire point of this battle is to steal like crazy. Because, as we can see, once we get a menu up, well, we can't run it, but we actually have 4 thieves, so everyone can steal. But what you're after is the 3 items that this guy has, which are a potion, a wrist, not a physical wrist, like the wristlet, and the most important one is an item called the Mage Masher. Now, if you're lucky, you'll get it really quickly. Sometimes you'll even get it first go. My girlfriend, White Mage Sarah, oh, there it is. She got it first go, and I still have theories that she is the luckiest person in Final Fantasy history. But there we go, all 3 items. So once you have everything, you just want to kind of attack. If it's too fast for you, you can slow down the speed beforehand. My other advice is, if Cena, which is the guy with the hammer, if he dies, don't worry, because he dies pretty easily. It's actually kind of sad. But when I have a little more time in another battle, probably in my first grinding video, I'll really do a step-by-step. Most of the battles are pretty easy before then, so... Look, there we go. There's Baku. He's kind of the leader of your gang. And his head hurts after several slashes to it. Yeah, woe is him. Anyway, we're running low on time. We've got about a minute left. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this episode short. And we're just going to finish this last little bit of the introduction. And then just stay queued for the second setting. Because there's going to be 2 options. One says about the kidnapping, one says about Queen Bran. The other one says about Princess Garnet being captured. Normally I would show you what the Queen Bran one is, but we have like 20 seconds. So we're just going to quickly run through this demonstration. Let's see if we've got time. Anyway, what we need to do is pick the the Garnet option. There we go. There's the 2 of them. Princess Garnet. That's all the time we have, and I will catch you in the next episode. See ya.